What is up, guys? Today I'll be trying to tell you what artifacts are, how to get them, and what each of them do. The simplest way to put them is that they're just in-game modifiers. An example of one of them is the artifact of death, which is when one player dies, the rest of the players die. Artifacts are good for a couple of reasons. It can really make your game more fun, spice it up a little bit, give you more of a challenge. It can also help with doing a lot of the missions that are in the game. When I complete missions for the individual survivors in the game, I always use Artifact of Command, which basically allows you to choose your items, which makes it very easy to make a certain build around a mission to make it a lot easier. Now, artifacts aren't that hard to get, but there are a lot of them, so it takes you a long time to get them. Artifacts are selected at the beginning of each game, just like the difficulty in your survivor. Now, if this helps, please consider subscribing, but with that said, let's get into how you actually get them. Now, to start off, I would switch to Drizzle, and then I would go to Loader if you have her. It doesn't actually matter though what character you choose, and if you don't have any artifacts right now, I selected one, but it doesn't matter at all. I just wanted to show you where they're at and how to select them. With where you're going, you might fall off a bunch. That's why I would recommend Loader, but like I said, it doesn't matter. Now, you just want to play the game normally until you get to the 5th stage. You do not want to go through the teleporter normally. There will be an underside platform that you will want to go to, which you can see right here. That little platform down there is what you want to go to. A lot of the times you just have to fall down there and hit the platform or get close enough to where you just spawn on it. If there is a bridge, you'll have to fall down a hole, and you can see what platform it'll be on there on the left. But a lot of times it doesn't spawn, like I said. When you get down there, you have to go over towards a place that looks like it's whack-a-mole, where there's a laptop right next to it, and you'll just have to interact with each one of those circle things to put in a special combination. I will warn you now, a lot of the artifacts or the codes for them, like the one you see here on the left right there, are sprinkled throughout different maps and realms and stuff. So if you don't want to see all of them, click past in a few seconds here, because I'm about to show all of them. So if you want to look for these type of Easter eggs, then skip past it. I'll have it up on the screen for 5 seconds, and 3, 2, 1. Now, after I show you how to actually get an artifact, I'm going to tell you what each one is and what it does. But basically, you just put all these in and then hit E on the laptop, and then the portal should start opening up. And then after it's fully open, you just want to go up and hit interact on it. After you go through the portal, you'll be taken to the hidden realm, where you'll find this interactable item looking thing that looks like a banana. And then you'll just want to pick that up, and then you'll want to go up to that big glowing sphere in the middle there, and you want to hit E on that, and basically mobs will be spawning and it'll be shooting out these little things at you. They're not like directed at you, but if you get hit by them, they will do damage. And mobs will be spawning, and then every so often another banana will spawn, and you'll want to go up to that glowing sphere again, and you'll want to keep on hitting E on it when you have that item. And that is how you end up defeating the orb, I guess, and that's how you get the artifact. It's also important to mention that when you are in this hidden realm, whatever artifact you're going for, the description of it will be real in this realm. So mine is that mobs will drop items instead of there being crates, because normally there are crates in here, and that happens in here. So if you're doing the one where if one of your friends die, then everyone dies, and one of your friends died in here, then everyone would die. After you're done with this and you get out of this realm, your run will just continue as normal, and there will not be the artifact effects though. So after you get your last banana, you want to collect it, and then you want to hit the middle sphere again, and then a big portal should open up after you collect the cube in the middle of the remnants of the big sphere that you killed with the bananas. And like I said, after you go through this teleporter, your run will continue as normal. To my knowledge, if you're doing a long run and not just going to Mithrax or whatever his name is you can just continue to do these each time you get to the level again, and then just get more artifacts. Now there are 16 artifacts, and I will now tell you what each of them do. Okay, I messed up and I cropped out the top, which is Artifact of Chaos. Now the Artifact of Chaos is friendly fire is enabled for both survivors and monsters alike. Next is the most useful in my opinion, Artifact of Command, which just choose your item. The next is Artifact of Death, which I've talked about before, which is when one player dies, everyone dies. The next is Artifact of Dissonance. Monsters can appear outside their usual environments. Artifact of Enigma, which is spawned with a random equipment that changes every time it's activated. Next is Artifact of Evolution. Monsters gain items between stages. Next we have Artifact of Frailty. Fall damage is doubled and lethal. Talk about non-loader mains, am I right? Next is Artifact of Glass. Allies deal 500% damage but have 10% health. Next is Artifact of Horror. Enemies can only spawn as elites. Next is Artifact of Kin. Monsters will be of only one type per stage. Next is Artifact of Metamorphosis. Players always spawn as a random survivor. Next we have Artifact of Sacrifice. Monsters drop items on death, but chests no longer spawn. That is the one I was doing. Next we have Artifact of Soul. Wisps emerge from defeated monsters. Next we have Artifact of Spite. Enemies drop multiple exploding bombs on death. Artifact of Swarms. Monsters spawns are doubled, but monsters' maximum health is halved. Next is Artifact of Vengeance. Your relentless doppelganger will invade every 10 minutes. That is all I have for this video. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I might have skipped over something, so I'd be glad to answer some comments. If you have any tutorials you want me to do for any missions or anything Risk of Rain related, please let me know as well. If you liked, like it. If you don't, then dislike it. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. See you in the next one.